This is official J-Man the Realist coming back to you with another video, and today for video game news and rumors, we're going to be talking about Fire Emblem Engage preview, brilliant battles but lackluster characters. Then we're going to follow up with some more previews for Fire Emblem Engage, which is kind of like it's kind of weird what was said in that article between this article, so you'll see what I'm talking about. And then Microsoft called FTC unconstitutional but regrets the error, and you'll see what that article is talking about. Metal Gear, this came out a while ago, but Metal Gear Solid producer says 2023 will be a year of many announcements. Starfield support page reconfirms it will release in the first half of this year. What to expect from Xbox in 2023. And the rumor that came out a while ago, Xbox might be planning some kind of event for early 2023. So let's get started. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the Fire Emblem Engage preview. So this particular preview, I'm just going to read the last paragraph because it kind of brings it all together. You know how conclusions are, but it says Fire Emblem's opening chapter show a graceful reintegration of the classic weapon triangle system, but it also has a dragging a lackluster character cast at its side, which, you know, Three Houses, if anyone has played Three Houses, I love Three Houses. I remember, I want to say back during I did summer classes, but during that small time between the end of my summer classes in college and between the fall semester, I played Fire Emblem 3 so much. I played it like almost 7 hours a day. It was crazy. That's how much I loved the game. And you know, Three Houses had very beloved characters. Even now, like, people still talk about him, and I still talk about him. Like, the Dynasty Warriors type game, I forgot. Three Warriors, yeah, right? Is that what it's called? Or Three Hopes? Yeah, Fire Emblem Three Hopes. You know, just the integration of those characters. I love those characters. Those characters are awesome. But for him to say, you know, where Engage was really it disappoints in its early hours with its characters is kind of weird. So I'm not sure how it's going to go, but on the flip side, in this next article, it talks about, you know, there's people, Polygon mentioned how it was a drastic departure from the existing Switch release Fire Emblem Three Houses with a bigger focus on battle. So, you know, they might be talking about, you know, the relationship between the characters and all that stuff, and how, you know, it was a big focus in Three Houses, but you know, Emblem or Fire Emblem Engage is, you know, more battle focused. But then there's, you know, more. They said it, God is a Geek thinks it is shaping up to potentially be the best Fire Emblem entry to date. And then you have GameSpot saying said Engage was already looking really promising and was excited to see how the rest of the adventure unfolds. Vox.net rather enjoyed the early hours of the game, and The Gamer, which I was just on, had a slightly different take, mentioning how it wasn't quite as impressed with the characters, but thought the gameplay component was solid as ever. I can't read today, my goodness. But you know, I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, I'm going to play it regardless. You know, it's Fire Emblem. I love Fire Emblem. My first game in middle school was Fire Emblem Awakening from the Fire Emblem series. Loved that game during winter break. That's all I played on my 3DS. I didn't even play my Xbox. I didn't even play my 360. I just played Fire Emblem Awakening on my 3DS, and it was amazing. But yeah, you know, I don't know. Maybe, you know, it is the early hours of the game. Maybe you'll get to know more about the characters later on and everything. So I don't know. We'll see. Other than that, I think it's going to be a really, really, really good game. Now for the next article, Microsoft told the FTC they were being very unconstitutional, but as reported, Microsoft refiled its response and basically omitted that section of the report. I would say they probably omitted it to be more specific of what they're being unconstitutional about, I guess, because they said Microsoft argued that the lawsuit and legal proceedings being carried out by the FTC were invalid because the FTC's official complaint violated Article 3 of the U.S. Constitution, and Microsoft's legal team also claimed that the FTC's procedures violated the company's rights to equal protection under the Fifth Amendment. So I guess they just wanted to be more specific on what was being, I guess, unconstitutional or, you know, not fair, instead of just throwing that word out there. Because, you know, when it comes down to legal stuff, you have to be very specific in your responses and everything. But I'm not a lawyer. I will never be a lawyer. But yeah, that's just what the article is about. But again, I feel like the FTC doesn't have a case against Microsoft. You know, with especially now what Sony's doing. You know, look, they're having Bungie making a whole bunch of unannounced exclusive games to PlayStation, obviously, because, you know, they purchased Bungie. Even though Bungie is still independent, they could probably, you know, Bungie will probably be making those games for Sony because Sony's funding them. And then, you know, you have Final Fantasy, you know, the other games that are coming out, Stellar Blade this year, Silent Hill 2, which is 2024, 2025. Which, you know, there's an article on Konami I'm gonna be talking about soon. And, you know, just different like a whole bunch of different, you know, things. And, you know, you got Hogwarts Legacy with the, you know, secret, not secret mission, but exclusive mission and everything. So, you know, I feel like there's no case. You know, them buying Activision Blizzard King is just going to make more competition, and Sony is just going to, you know, I guess make better product. And, you know, hopefully, I don't know, we'll see. Again, I feel like there's no case, but you never know. And then next, we're going to be talking about Konami's announcement. So in the article, it says, in this special end of the year issue of Famitsu, multiple Japanese developers and producers wrote quick teases about what 2023 might hold for them. It is where Okamaru, did I say that right? I'm sorry if I didn't. Teased that 2023 will be a year of announcements for Konami Digital Entertainment. More specifically, he said 2023 will be a year of many announcements, and that his key word for 2023 is long awaited, as noted by Gematsu. I think I said that right. So a lot of people are saying it could be a lot of Metal Gear Solid, but, you know, it's probably going to be more than Metal Gear Solid. Maybe Castlevania. We might get like a new Castlevania game. Did Konami made Castlevania, right? Or am I tripping? I don't know. But you know, probably maybe a new Castlevania. You know, that could be long awaited. You know, obviously Metal Gear Solid, which it's been rumored that this new Metal Gear Solid is going to be a PlayStation exclusive. So I don't know. I just don't know, but we'll see. I'm excited as everyone else. Again, I got to get my PlayStation 5. I'll probably get it in May, save up $100 a month, and get it in May. Because I do want to play Final Fantasy 16. That is one of my anticipated games of this year. I was going to say next year, but no, we're already in 2023 this year. But also another big anticipated game for me this year is Starfield. So Bethesda on their support page said the game has reconfirmed that it's coming out the first half of 2023. And I am so excited. A lot of people thought it was going to be pushed back again. But, you know, when you think of first half of 2023, that's January to June, because July to December is the second half. So in that time frame, I don't know when it's going to come out. I have a feeling it's going to come out in June, either June or April. I have a feeling maybe April, like the springtime, because I don't know, Xbox has a lot of games coming out, which kind of leads into our next article, which is what to expect from Xbox in 2023. This is a long article by Ryan McCarthy. Yeah, Ryan McAfee. I'm sorry. But yeah, so you can't say Xbox doesn't have any games in 2023 because Starfield's coming out. I'm not going to read the whole article. You know, Redfall. Now, what is it? Deathloop. I haven't finished Deathloop yet, but I enjoyed the game for what it is. I kept getting KO'd by people online, which kind of made me mad a lot. But it's a really fun game. But Redfall looks, I mean, it looks pretty fun. I can't wait. Then we got Forza Motorsports by Turn 10. Don't forget Ghostwire Tokyo. Stalker 2 replaced. Which is coming out next year. Stalker 2, is it still coming out this year? I'm not sure. It probably is. And, you know, just a lot of games. And then, you know, other games that might come out this year. for the next half of 2023, because remember, this is just the first half of 2023. These games are coming out. We might get Avowed, which again, it says Avowed could be the perfect way to satiate Skyrim fans while the wait for the Elder Scrolls 6 continues, which didn't they say it was like 10-15 years for Fallout 5? I'm gonna be like 80 years old. No, I'm just joking. I'm like I'm in my early 20s. But the Outer Worlds 2, Contraband, Gears 6, and Perfect Dark, those might be next year. I don't know, maybe Perfect Dark might be this year. It might be like second half of 2023. I'm not sure, but Hellblade 2 Senua's Saga, I have a feeling that's coming out in 2023. That might be the holiday game that comes out in 2023. But yeah, Xbox has a lot to show for this year, so you cannot say Xbox doesn't have any games. You cannot say that this year. And then also on PlayStation side, you have Forspoken coming out this year, Spider-Man, Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy 16, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. And I know there's some other games that are probably going to come out that like Sony hasn't announced yet, but this year for gaming. And then don't forget, I know I'm going crazy, don't forget about Nintendo. You got Fire Emblem. You're probably gonna have a new Pokemon game, maybe, I think, because we had like 3 Pokemon games last year. Pokemon Legend Arceus, and then Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, and then you got the Kirby game coming out. You got the new Bayonetta Origins game coming out, which I'm kind of excited for, I guess. I don't know, after 3, I don't know. Anyways, I'm making a fan manga, but anyways, other than that, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited for this year of gaming. This year of gaming is going to be lit. And again, this is the first half of Xbox. We kind of got the full slate for PlayStation this year, but maybe they might stick in a few surprises. And then we got the first half of Nintendo, because Nintendo be going ham. Like last year, if anyone noticed, Nintendo actually went pretty ham with their releases. I was very surprised, with Triangle Strategy and all the other games that came out. I was not bored with my Switch last year, and it was really cool. And the next article, which is another Xbox article, which is a rumor, Aaron Greenberg said, "We have a lot planned to show and share about an incredible, exciting year ahead for 2023. Appreciate folks are eager." Are eager to learn and see more. Okay. Timing is always key, but don't worry, you will not have to wait too long for what's next from us. So when they mean have to wait too long, are we getting a kind of a showcase in February, maybe March, maybe late January? I'm not sure, because this was on December 9th, 2022. So I'm not sure when, we'll see more from Xbox. We do have, the annual big showcase in June. So are they doing like little showcases? Because I know the big showcase, like how long was that? Like an hour? No, it was 90 minutes. I believe 90 minutes of just games. And I was really happy. Like I remember Persona 3, 4, and 5 were shown at that conference, and I was like, yo, what? I was pretty excited. They were coming to Xbox. What? Nah, bro. Nah, you pulling my leg. But yeah, it was really awesome. It was really cool, and I was really excited. But let's see. We'll see what's coming out next year. Oh, that's my phone. But we'll see what's coming out next year. I'm excited. Especially for that second half of 2023. We don't know. And then if Activision Blizzard comes in, gets absorbed, all the Call of Duties are going to be on Game Pass, Diablo. I'm excited for Crash and Spyro, because those were my childhood video games. But it's crazy to really think about 2023. And then The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. Like, yo, this year for gaming, my pockets are going to hurt. They're going to cry tears of agony, because all the money I'm gonna be spending on games, anime, figures, manga, and all this other stuff, which I have to have a budget plan. But yeah, that is it for today's episode. I hope everyone has a happy Friday, and official J-Man the Realist is out.